I bought a ridiculously expensive silk gown for the gala, yanked the zipper too hard, and now it's welded shut. I'm dancing around the restroom mirror, wrists cramping, when the door swings open. Lucas, my billionaire nemesis, the man who signs my paychecks, leans in the doorway, eyes frosted with contempt. Playing hard to get? I'm almost in tears. It's stuck. I swear I can't get out. A heartbeat later, he's right behind me, one hand fisting the collar and peeling it away from my neck. So desperate you want me to undress you? He chuckles, thumb hooking the pole at the base of my spine. Amateur move. Rip, silk screams. Teeth of metal flay open 6 inches of seam. Lucas, that gown was haute couture. All I needed was help with the zipper. Chapter 1 inch you're buying me a new one. I clamp the torn edges to my back, voice quivering. The tearing echo bounces around the glass walls of Lucas like a gunshot. He flicks the detached zipper into the trash. Silver tab clinks against steel. A trophy. Compensate you? He laughs. Skylar, you're the one camping in my office. Now you want to invoice me for a dress? You offered to unzip it. I did, he says, stepping so close his cedar cologne eclipses the oxygen. And I also told you the act was bottom shelf. Next time, elevate the game. Next time? What next time? Before I can unload every curse I know. A knock. Lucas. Deputy Director Vivian is here. Vivian, my rival, Caldwell's other golden child. I panic scan for cover. Lucas's monolithic desk. 2 sofas. Glass. Glass. More glass. Send her in, Lucas says. Boredom dripping. The door glides open. Vivian strides in, stilettos ticking, when she clocks my half-naked blush and his unruffled shirt. Her face runs the complete expression Olympics. Shock. Smirk. Disgust. Skylar, you. She drags the syllable like gum on hot asphalt. Lucas drapes his tailored blazer over my shoulders. The wool is still warm from his body. The sleeves swallow me whole. Vivian's cheeks bleach. Work discussions require dress code violations now? Lucas's eyes go arctic. Vivian, are you auditing my methods? She swallows the rest. Shoots me a laser glare. I clutch the jacket, stomach sinking. He's not rescuing me. He's saving face. Skylar, since you suddenly have free time, you're off West Side as of tomorrow. My pulse flatlines. That deal cost me 3 all-nighters. You're reassigned, my personal assistant, close quarters kind. I stand there like a fried motherboard while Vivian smirks like she swallowed the last champagne strawberry, trailing Lucas's blazer. I do the walk of shame through Caldwell's open-plan aquarium. Whispers nip at my heels. Saw Skylar come out of Lucas, dress shredded. Thought she was classy. Turns out, she's dollar store scheming. Demoted to coffee girl. Karma's fast. Vivian's coven. Of course. I ball my fists until nail moons dent my palms. She glides over, latte in hand. Congrats, Skylar. Personal aid to Lucas, dream gig. Just lay off the tacky theatrics, okay? The word tacky is acid on silk. I shoot to my feet. Back off. Vivian. She laughs. You're trending company-wide as the chick who ripped her dress to climb the org chart. My hand arcs before I think. Hers reaches faster, until an iron grip snaps my wrist midair. Lucas. Voice glacial throwing punches in Caldwell. Skylar. Impressive. Vivian's eyes missed. Performance on cue. I only wished her luck. Lucas. Both of you. 10,000-word apology essay on my desk by 8. And Skylar. His gaze cuts. My assistants don't start catfights. Another stun. You're out. He's gone, leaving twin ice trails. At my Skylar. I collapse on the couch. Injustice stewing. I slave for years. One zipper ruins everything. Public humiliation. Demotion. Homework. I open an anonymous forum to vent and freeze. Hot thread. Gold digger exec rips haute couture to seduce boss, pics. Inside, every lurid exaggeration stapled to a grainy shot of me drowning in Lucas's blazer. Comments spiral a cheap hussy. Bet she's lousy, hence the demotion. Feel sorry for Lucas. OP handle, clear-eyed lily. I screenshot. Dump it into Lucas's WhatsApp. Nice governance, this your definition of a no drama? I expect corporate boilerplate. Instead my phone rings. Where? Tired. Unarguable. Home. I mutter. Send the address. Why? Pause. Reference material for your apology essay. And, softer, a replacement dress. 15 minutes later he's in my doorway. Garment bag the size of a body. He swapped the boardroom armor for a white Oxford with rolled sleeves. My Skylar is postage stamp sized. His glance inventories the gala binders strewn over the couch. Looks like you prepped. Until you nuked it. I mutter. He offers the bag. Try it. I open it. Black velvet. Liquid drape. Label I can't pronounce. Nicer than my dead silk. I can't accept. Consider it damages. He sets a ankle boot box aside. Forum post. IT traced it to Vivian's IP. She'll apologize company-wide tomorrow. My anger leaks a little. Why help me? He lounges. Studies my West Side market report. This is solid work. tight logic, clean numbers, outclasses Vivian's paint-by-numbers PowerPoint. My first compliment from Lucas. I almost don't recognize it. So this is about performance? Partly. He puts the file down. Skylar, you remind me of someone. Here we go. Stand-in for dead true love. An ex? No. Who? A long oceanic silence. My sister. News to me. Rumor mills never mentioned siblings. She was stubborn, competitive, he says toward the window, lived in silk gowns, and refused to lose. For the first time I noticed the tremor under his voice. So the scolding, the ripping, maybe it wasn't cruelty. Maybe it was a ghost he couldn't stand to watch bleed. I was still lost in my head when he suddenly stood up. It's late. I should go. He walked to the door, paused, and turned back to me. The dress. Keep it. Tomorrow's the gala. You're my date. What? I thought I'd misheard. You just demoted me to assistant. Assistant, he said, a cryptic smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. Means knowing the job. Whatever the boss wants, you deliver. That includes showing up wherever I tell you. He left the sentence in the air and walked out. I stared at the black velvet gown resting in its box. A knot of emotions tying itself tighter around my throat. So I'm supposed to show up at the gala on his arm looking like his dead sister in miniature. A premonition hit me like a chill. Tomorrow will be anything but calm. The night of the gala, I slipped my hand through Lucas' sleeve and stepped into the glittering ballroom. Every head turned. Admiration, envy, suspicion pricked over me like needles. I wore the black velvet gown he'd given me, hair twisted up to expose the line of my neck. The woman in the mirror looked elegant, flawless, and terrifyingly unfamiliar. Lucas stared straight ahead, steering us through the crowd toward the head table. Vivian was already there. When she saw me, her jealousy solidified on her face. She wore black too, but beside mine her dress looked limp and cheap. She lifted a glass to Lucas. All saccharine smiles. President Liu. Skylar looks stunning tonight. So much like Xiaoya, I almost thought she'd come back to us. Xiaoya, his sister. Lucas' arm under my fingers turned to steel. His face darkened. Vivian, he said. Voice glacial, watch your mouth. Her smile froze. She retreated, mortified. Halfway through the banquet Lucas was cornered by partners demanding attention. He bent to my ear. I need to deal with something. Stay here. Don't wander. I nodded and slipped onto the terrace for air. Night breeze washed the wine from my head and tangled every thought. Vivian had known Lucas's sister. What exactly was their connection? A woman's voice rose behind me. You're Skylar? I turned. A regal, middle-aged woman regarded me through narrowed, appraising eyes. Her features bore a clear echo of Lucas. I am Lucas' mother. Caldwell. My stomach clenched. Caldwell. Good evening. She sniffed. Skip the etiquette. I came to see what kind of woman has my son spellbound. Hostility dripped from every syllable. Ma'am, you misunderstand. He and I are only boss and subordinate? She cut me off. Gaze slicing. Listen, whatever tricks you used to crawl near him. Back off now. Our family isn't a ladder for beauty queens like you. Besides, she murmured, leaning close, that face of yours only causes him more pain. I shuddered. Do you know how Xiaoya died? I shook my head numbly. Caldwell's smile turned vicious. She sneaked out to meet some online stranger and was killed in a crash. That parasite conned her for money. The joke. She had a congenital heart defect. Doctors gave her to 20 at most. She cherished every breath, yet she threw them away on a swindler. Her voice cracked. Lightning struck inside me. Heart defect. Crash. My palm pressed to my chest. Inside, a foreign heart knocked strong and steady. A blocked memory surged. 8 years ago I too had smashed into another car. My own heart ruptured. Surgeons said without a donor I'd be dead within a month. Then the miracle call. A perfect match. The donor, a girl freshly brain dead from a traffic accident, signed the papers. I stared at Caldwell's grief-ravaged face. A wild, sick possibility blooming. I forced my voice through shaking lips. When was the crash? Caldwell eyed me, puzzled, but answered. October 27th. 8 years ago. Boom, my universe caved in. October 27th. The day I got my new heart. I don't remember leaving the terrace. White noise filled my skull. Caldwell's words looped like a broken siren. 8 years ago. October 27th. The heart hammering in my chest is Luya's. Lucas has known all along. He didn't drag me into his orbit because I resemble his little sister, but because I'm the stranger who walked off with her heart. His nitpicking, his coldness, his contempt, suddenly they all make sense. I'd despise me too if our situations were reversed. I staggered down a corridor and slammed into a solid chest. Lucas. He steadied me, forehead creased. Where were you? You look like death. I stared up at the concern written over his perfect features, concern that felt grotesque. Is he worried for me or for the muscle his sister left behind? I shoved him away, widening the gap. Lucas. You knew, didn't you? My voice quavered. The worry drained from his face, replaced by something dense and unreadable. Silence. Silence is its own confession. Why? Tears finally spilled, hot and fast. If you knew, why didn't you tell me? Why keep me near to torment us both? Torment? He huffed a bitter laugh, stepping closer, backing me against the wall. Skylar, you call this torment? His arms caged me. His scent filled my lungs. It took me 8 years to find you. Raw pain frayed every word. 8 years of wondering what kind of person walks around with Xiaoya's heart. I told myself once I found you He didn't finish, but the hatred flaring in his red-rimmed eyes froze my blood. Then I saw you, shouting over some tiny project, staying up till dawn, falling asleep on your keyboard. You were so alive, so bright, he swallowed, hatred dissolving into something fiercer, like her. My body shook, vision blurred. So I'm what? Her stand-in, a breathing, bleeding monument pumping her heart? No, he snared. Hands clamped my shoulders, almost crushing bone. I just needed to watch, to be sure Xiaoya's heart beats inside someone who deserves it. But I couldn't stop. I crave every second you laugh, and I hate everyone who makes you laugh without me. The organ in my chest pounded. Frantic, Vluya, or me, I couldn't tell. All I knew was the man I thought hated me now stared with agony, conflict, and naked love. Lucas, I whispered. A shrill female voice cracked the moment. Are you insane? How could you? I spun. Vivian stood gaping, disbelief twisting her face to ugliness. Her gaze ricocheted between us, venom pooling. What is she? A thief who stole Xiaoya's heart? Shut your mouth, Lucas roared. Vivian flinched, tears springing. I grew up with you and Xiaoya. How can you treat me like this? She's nothing but an outsider, a parasite kept alive by our girl. She shrieked, fingers stabbing at me. Pieces clicked. Vivian's family and the Lus were old friends. Her older brother clearly meant far more to her. No wonder she'd attacked me from day one. I was competition at work and in love. And worse, a living reminder of the sister she could never replace. Vivian, I swear if you insult her again. Lucas' tone dropped to glacial. Insult. It's the truth, she screamed. You vowed revenge on the scum who tricked Xiaoya. How can you fall for this woman? Do you even remember your promise? Lucas froze, light dimming behind his eyes. Of course, he still carried a vendetta. And I, the unwitting graft of his sister's life, wore that blood debt over my own heart. Pain knifed through me, the borrowed heart feeling the weight of chains. I pushed past Lucas and ran. Skylar, he lunged, but Vivian flung her arms around him. Don't go. Look at me. I'm the one who loves you. I didn't turn back. I fled like a criminal. Next morning I didn't go to Caldwell. I called in sick and locked myself inside Skylar. I couldn't face Lucas, couldn't face the heartbeat that wasn't mine. In the afternoon, the HR director rang. Skylar, you've been suspended pending investigation. What? There's been a leak of trade secrets. Until the inquiry closes you are barred from all duties. Ice coated my veins. Trade secret leak? Me. I tried Lucas, phone off. His assistant stammered excuses. Panic drove me straight to Caldwell. The corridors buzzed with whispers. Every eye skewered me. I stormed into Lucas. Vivian lolled in the executive chair, sipping coffee. Well, look who's back, our star employee. She smirked, triumphant. Did you set me up? I strode to the desk. Set you up. She flicked a file. Papers slapped at my feet. See for yourself. That data is the heart of Westside, and it was leaked straight to our biggest rival. The send log says the email came from my personal laptop. The timestamp shows it went out last night. During the gala. Impossible. I yell. I never even touched my computer last night. The evidence is rock solid. Still trying to deny it? Vivian stands, looking down at me like I'm dirt. Skylar, you sold Caldwell's trade secrets just to get back at Lucas. Wow. Impressive. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. Just then the office door swings open. Lucas walks in. He looks wrecked, stubble shadowing his jaw, eyes bloodshot. I rush to him like he's my last breath. Lucas, believe me, I didn't do this. He stares. Exhaustion and disappointment mixing in a way I've never seen. He stays quiet so long my heart bottoms out. Finally he says, Skylar, go home and rest. Until this is cleared up. Don't come back to Caldwell. His voice is flat, almost kind, and it cuts deeper than any blade. He doesn't trust me after all. Chapter 7. 2 security guards escort me out of Caldwell. Standing on the sidewalk as suits stream past. I feel like the day's running joke. Suspended, framed, branded a corporate spy, and the man who swore he'd keep an eye on me gravity just shoved me away with Arctic calm. A dull ache pulses behind my ribs, heart transplant or heartbreak. Who knows? I drag myself home and faceplant on the bed. My phone buzzes non-stop of friends, coworkers. I let it ring. Then an unknown number lights the screen. For some reason I answer. Skylar? A warm male voice. I'm Lucas's personal attorney. Name's Mason. Attorney. My stomach flips. He's suing me? No. Mason says quickly. He asked me to pass on a message. He wants you to trust him. He also wants you to have something. Once you see it, you'll understand. Half an hour later, I meet Mason at the cafe under Skylar. He hands over a tan envelope. What is it? Open it. Inside, a stack of photos and a tiny flash drive. The shots show the same guy, bars, casinos, different women draped on him every time. Total sleazeball. Who is he? I ask. Name's Leo. Mason replies. 8 years ago, he conned Lucas's sister, Lydia, online. My lungs freeze. Lucas has hunted him ever since. Found him last week. The photos trace his recent life. The drive. Mason hesitates. Expression darkening. Holds leads on the leak. I plug the drive into my laptop. One encrypted video. Mason gives me the password. The clip opens in a dim parking garage. Shaky cam aimed at a black sedan. Vivian climbs out and hands a folder to a man, Leo. Their voices are crystal clear. Got the goods. Where's my money? That's Vivian. Relax. It's coming. Leo smirks. Sure this'll crush the ginger girl? Positive. The email shipped from her laptop. St. Peter couldn't save her. Good. Leo tucks the file away. Once I sell this, we vanish. You promised. No backing out. Wouldn't dream of it, babe. The rest dissolves into graphic flirting. I close the video. Fingers icy. Vivian and the creep who wrecked Lydia, partners all along. She framed me for love and money. Lucas smelled a rat weeks ago, Mason says. But he needed proof. When Vivian pounced, he set a trap. Publicly suspending you was step 1. Lull Vivian so she'd get sloppy. Step 2. Mason meets my eyes. Apologetic. Keep you safe. People like Leo play rough. You were too exposed. So Lucas never doubted me. He just chose the one plan that would shield me, even if it broke us. Tears flood my vision. This man, always sowing salvation with thorns. Where is he now? Gone after Leo, Mason answers. Intel says Leo meets a buyer tonight out at Riverside. Lucas called the cops, but he's already headed there. He's afraid once Leo cashes out, he and Vivian will bolt overseas. Fear clamps my throat. Riverside, a desperate thug. Lucas walking in alone. No way I sit this out. I snatch my car keys. Skylar. Wait. Mason calls. He said to stay put. As if. Lucas. You idiot. Hold on. Don't you dare get hurt. I floor the gas to the edge of town. Night swallows everything. Riverside looms like a crouched beast. Following Mason's ping, I stumble through weeds and rubble. Near the main shed voices explode. Lucas. You set me up. Leo snarls. I warned you. Stay away from her. Lucas growls. Arctic cold. I creep to a broken window. Inside, Lucas faces Leo, who flicks a switchblade. Eyes rabid. Behind him cluster 4 goons with pipes and bats. Lucas is solo. Think the cops scare me. I'll send you to hell before they arrive. Leo lunges. Blade first. Lucas. The scream tears from me. I shove the warped door and dart in. Everyone freezes. Lucas pales. What are you doing? Get out. I'm staying. I plant myself in front of him, trembling like a leaf. Leo recovers. Grin oily. Well, Skylar. Here to collect your boyfriend's body? His gaze crawls over me. Look at you. No wonder Prince Lucas forgot his kid sister's vendetta. What? My brain stalls. Still clueless. Leo laughs. Lydia and I weren't chatroom strangers. I'm her father's bastard, her half-brother. The almighty Luz tossed my mom and me out, penniless, to protect the family name. Mom died, so I swore blood for blood. I seduced Lydia, planned to dump her, let her taste betrayal. Who knew a tiny crash would do the job for me? Not a flicker of remorse, only triumph. Monster. Lucas roars and swings. Chaos erupts. The goons pile on, outnumbered. Lucas drops to one knee. Then I spot Leo scooping a rebar rod, circling behind Lucas. Look out. I hurl myself between them. The metal whistles down and slams into Lucas's back as he twists to cover me. He grunts, blood on his lip, but doesn't let go. Sirens flood the night. Blue lights strobe through broken skylights. Leo's crew panics. Bolts straight into SWAT rifles. The nightmare is over. In the ambulance, I clutch Lucas's hand. He's pale yet smiling. Don't cry. I'm okay. Just. He winces. Hurts. Kiss it better. I sob, laugh, and press my lips to his. You're the biggest idiot alive. At the hospital, Lucas lies wrapped like a mummy, face down, grumbling. I peel an apple and lecture him. 1 against 5, genius move. What if they'd killed you? Then my superhero would avenge me, he teases. Heat floods my cheeks. I cram apple into his mouth. Chew, don't talk. He mumbles, Where's Vivian? Police station. Trade secret theft. Extortion. She's looking at years. Good, he mutters, then sighs. Truth is, I long suspected her. Her dad was Dad's first partner. He feels indebted. Looked the other way. I lacked hard proof. Didn't want to break his heart. I squeeze his hand. She dug her own grave. And you saved me. The door opens. Caldwell steps in, eyes flicking to our linked fingers. She says nothing, just places a vase of white lilies on the tray and walks out. She simply set the thermal lunchbox on the bedside table. I simmered some soup. Drink it while it's hot, she said to Lucas, concerned she couldn't hide spilling into every syllable. Then she turned to me, her expression complicated. Skylar, thank you. If it weren't for you. Mom, Lucas cut her off. You don't need to thank her. We're family. Caldwell froze. So did I. Lucas looked at me, eyes blazing. Mom, I love Skylar. Not because of Shoya, but because she's her. She's Skylar, the woman who pulls all-nighters for work, who fights injustice without a second thought, who stormed Riverside like a fool to save me. I want to spend my life with her. His confession was simple, straightforward, and more moving than any flowery speech I'd ever heard. My heart started its wild, disobedient pounding again. This time I knew without doubt. It was my own heartbeat beating for him. Caldwell was silent a long while. She studied Lucas, then me, and finally exhaled a long sigh. Fine. She seemed to age 10 years in a second. I can't run your lives for you kids. Chi, as long as you're happy, Xiaoya, watching from above, would want your happiness too. With that she walked out of the room. I stared after her, a tangle of feelings inside. Is that her saying yes? Of course. Lucas cocked a triumphant brow. My mom's all bark and no bite. He lifted my hand to his lips and kissed it. Now every obstacle is gone. Skylar, will you officially be my girlfriend? I met those sparkling eyes and teased him. I'll think about it. Still thinking? He panicked. I nearly died for you. Well then, I drew the word out. Probation waived. Consider yourself full-time. He blinked, then laughed. The smile was winter sunlight, melting every last snowbank in my heart. The day Lucas was discharged, Caldwell issued a formal notice. Vivian, for seriously harming Caldwell's interests, had been fired and transferred to the authorities. I was reinstated, and, because I'd turned West Side around, promoted to project lead overnight. The wind inside Caldwell shifted at once. People who'd whispered about me now dipped their heads almost to the floor when we passed. Good morning, Director Skylar. Director Skylar. I brewed your coffee. I basked in this belated justice. But inside I was calm. I'd always known what truly mattered. And it wasn't their approval. That afternoon I was plowing through files when Lucas strolled in. Busy, Director? He hugged me from behind, chin parked on my shoulder. President Lucas, it's business hours. Mind your behavior. Yes, ma'am. He stepped closer, wrapped his arms around me from behind. What do you want for dinner? Whatever. Then let's eat. He murmured in my ear, lowering his voice. You. My face caught fire. Lucas, behave. I shoved him. He only laughed harder. After work he skipped the 5-star route and took me straight to his penthouse, a top-floor duplex overlooking the river and the whole city skyline. Why are we here? To show you something. He led me into a room that was every little girl's dream. Blush pink walls, filmy white canopies, a walk-in closet the size of a studio. Inside hung dozens of gowns, each one a piece of art. This was Xiaoya's room. Lucas slipped his arms around my waist, voice gentle. She lived for beautiful dresses. I kept them all, hoping one day someone could wear them for her. My heart quivered. Lucas, I know, you're not her. He turned me to face him. I brought you here not to make you her stand-in, but to share my past and invite you into my future. From the rack he lifted a brand new gown, fiery red, bold and blazing like living flame. I chose this for you. Looking straight into my eyes, he said, Skylar, black doesn't suit you. You should glow like fire. Bright, fierce, alive. He helped me into it. In the mirror the woman in red was confident, radiant, breathtaking. We looked at each other. Love flowed silent and strong between us. He bent and kissed me. No pain, no struggle, only tenderness and awe. Skylar, he whispered against my lips, I love you. I rose on tiptoe and kissed him back. Lucas, I love you too. Outside, the city shimmered to life. Neon on velvet night. Our story, I knew, had only just begun. Life with Lucas turned upside down, starting with how clingy he became. He'd hook my pinky under the conference table to discuss figures, corner me by the copier for a stealth kiss, or tail me to the break room to inspect employee morale. Staff went from stunned to numb to happily swallowing couple goals. One afternoon I was studying West Side progress charts when he snuck in again. Working hard, he hugged me from behind, head burrowing into my neck like a big dog begging for pets. President Lucas, the whole of Caldwell is watching. They're jealous, he grinned, swiping the file. West Side's moving fast. Director Skylar, obviously, look who's running it. Yes, ma'am. You're the best. He pinched my cheek. Reward. I'm taking you somewhere special tonight. He drove us to a mountaintop restaurant with wraparound glass walls. City lights glittered below like scattered diamonds. After dinner we strolled hand in hand along the ridge path. Cool wind, star-drunk sky. Skylar, he stopped, producing a velvet box. Inside lay a diamond heart necklace. Custom made, he said, fastening it at my nape. Cold chain, warm intent, to lock your heart. He brushed my collarbone, and mine. I was mush inside. I pulled him down and kissed him hard. Who taught you lines like that? Because, he pressed our foreheads together, voice low. I want to marry you. Huh? He dropped to one knee and produced another box. An engagement ring caught the starlight. Skylar, our beginning was ugly. I hurt you, doubted you, almost lost you, but I've never been surer. You're the one I want forever. I can't wait to tell the world that Skylar is my wife. Will you marry me? Tears slipped free as I nodded, hard again and again. Yes, of course. He hooped like a kid, slid the ring on, and spun me under the stars. I'm getting married. Skylar's marrying me. His shout echoed across the valley. I clung to his neck, laughing brighter than any star. We set the wedding for blooming April. The day before, Lucas took me to White. He led me to a neat headstone, a smiling girl frozen in sunlight. Aluya. Xiaoya, he murmured, wiping dust from her photo. I brought Skylar. We're getting married tomorrow. She's wonderful, and I'll spend my life making her happy. Be at peace up there, and smile. I knelt beside him, palm over my heart. Hi, Luya, I whispered inwardly. Thank you for giving me the chance to love this amazing man. I'll live and love for both of us. A breeze stirred cherry blossoms. Petals fell like soft confetti. A benediction. Wedding day. In white silk, I walked the aisle on my father's arm toward the man I loved. Lucas in ivory, handsome enough to stop hearts. Eyes full of galaxies. During the ring exchange he whipped out, of all things, a tiny pink water pistol. Guests gasped. I blinked. Remember, he whispered wickedly. The night I tore your dress I decided. Next time you wear something that hot, he squirted my palm, I'll punish you, soak you through and through. I blushed crimson and stomped his foot. He only laughed and kissed me while the priest coughed. You may now kiss the bride. Laughter rolled like warm surf. In my ear he breathed, wife, let's go home early tonight. And above the cheers I could only answer with a kiss that promised forever.